Hey, welcome to another Three Things Thursday. I'm Bill Bourbonnais, and today we're going to talk about three things to know about using extensions strategically. Now, one of the most common reactions I get this time of year is, I don't want to file an extension. As if filing an extension means something went wrong, or you're behind, or you're hiding something. But let's reset that. An extension isn't a weakness, it's a strategic tool. So today we're going to talk about three things to understand about extensions and why serious planners use them intentionally. All right, thing number one, an extension is not the same as audit risk. Filing an extension does not increase your audit risk. The IRS processes millions of extensions every year. It's automated and it's routine. There's no red flag that says, oh, they're extended, go after them. What actually increases your exposure to audit? Incomplete information, rushed reporting, missing K1s, and last-minute estimates that later change. Rushing to hit April 15th just to feel done often creates more risk than extending. An extension reduces pressure, and reduced pressure reduces errors. Thing number two, an extension doesn't just buy time, it preserves options, and that's important in planning. If you file early and something changes, you're generally looking at an amended return. Amendments take longer, can delay refunds, don't reverse certain elections, and can't undo certain payment designations. But with an extension window, you may have another tool. That is called a superseding return. A superseding return replaces your original filing as if it was never filed, and that distinction matters. You've got refund flexibility. Suppose you expect a large refund and you file early. The refund hits. Later, new information comes in. Income shifts, partnership adjusts something, an election needs reconsideration. Inside the extension window, you can supersede. Clean replacement, no amendment mechanics. How about cash flow control? Here's one people miss. If you file early and you apply your refund to next year's estimated taxes, that designation is generally locked. An amended return won't undo it. But with an extension window, a superseding return can change that election. That's leverage and that's cash flow. Let's talk briefly about partnerships and the CPAR. Certain partnerships are subject to the centralized partnership audit regime. This came into effect several years ago, and filing an amended return isn't even an option for those partnerships. You may be forced into filing what's called an administrative adjustment request instead. That's slower, more procedural, more complex, and a superseding return filed within the extension window can often avoid that mess entirely. Let's look at elections and timing of elections. This is really important in years like this one when we have three options for bonus depreciation. You can take depreciation elections, bonus treatment options, opting in or out of accelerated methods. These decisions can carry multi-year consequences. Extending preserves your ability to evaluate those elections deliberately instead of locking them in prematurely. The goal isn't constant change. The goal is control until you're confident. Filing early feels productive, but extending preserves leverage. Thing number three, filing time does not equal payment time. This is an important distinction. An extension just extends your time to file. It does not extend your time to pay. Your tax is still due with the regular due date of your return, typically April 15th for individuals. And if you underpay materially, penalties and interest will probably apply. So the strategy is simple. Estimate properly, pay appropriately, and file deliberately. This isn't procrastination, it's controlled timing. So in closing, in my practice, many of our returns are extended intentionally and automatically because we're deliberate, period. The goal isn't early, the goal is right. And sometimes the most strategic move in April is patience. So if this distinction and distinctions like this are helpful, Three Things Thursday drops weekly, and you can follow along on YouTube or on our Facebook page. Thanks for joining us for this Three Things Thursday. We'll see you next week. Again, I'm Bill Bourbonnais. Have a great week.